Hello everybody. Today I'm going to talk about GitHub Desktop. It's a tool for work with Git and remote and local repositories. But what is GitHub Desktop? In simple terms, GitHub Desktop is a desktop application that makes it easy to make manage Git repositories and collaborate with software development projects. It's a user-friendly graphical interface that allows you to interact with Git without using the command line. And so, what is GitHub Desktop used for? Basically, this tool is focused on three case aspects. Let me move this. The version control mode easily. It is a distributed version control system, which means that track change through code over time. GitHub Desktop simplifies this process by offering an intuitive, intuitive way to create and merge branch, make commits, and undo change if needed. Uh, Simplified collaborations with GitHub Desktop is with GitHub, GitLab, and other repositories. A code-based platform for hosting repositories that enable teams to collaborate efficiently on projects by sharing the change to remote repositories with GitHub Desktop. You can easily clone repositories, send and receive change, and review others' works through pull requests. GitHub Desktop provides also a visual interface that lets you see the difference between files. Well, there is a better example. Files version better on the project's change history. This makes it easier to identify errors and track development's progress. Now, let's talk about the benefits for just working with Git remote local repositories. The attributes commits, as I have said, with collaborative easier that Git add co-authors to commit and work with other partners and make a little more order with what we are working with. So check ranges with pull requests and view continuous integration status. See all open pull requests for your repositories and check them out as if they were local branches. As you can see the history between changes and see what is happening, what is about relays, what is doing other teammates in your team, or what you did time before you made certain change. So it let you come back in the time. This out. It is if you have experience in GitLab and GitHub, obviously you are going to be more familiar with the syntax highlight difference. In green is what the last change has added, and in red what has been deleted. So it's a way to know what changes has been. So what else we can know about GitHub Desktop? Um, I'm going to tell about the integrate with the GitHub and GitLab. This gives you access to all the collaborative features the platforms offer. You can work seamlessly with other developers, review and approve code changes. That is important because you want to have review or feedback about what are you doing. So it's material security control. When using GitHub, the stock all the changes to your local repository stay on your machine until you decide to pull them to remote repositories to provide great security and control over your workflow. Okay, now we are going to work in our repository. So we are going to add our file, creating our new repository. So let's check. We have this one. I am going to create new one. Done. So to create a new repository, what we do is uh, click on File. I'm going to repeat this. New repository, name, this one, description, create. And I am going to choose a URL or the local path where I am going to place my repositories and add a README file to know what is going on with my project. Git ignore, I don't have to do that in this moment, but if you have the configuration to local installation in your project and do in and is not needed to share with others, it's okay if you add this also with lessons. And then it's all. We create our repository and then we can check it is already here again. Nice. So let's work again with how to, oh, it's here. Add a local repository. You only have to add the path, choosing where is to have this in your Equip or your computer. So just add this to your main repository to GitHub. Uh, okay, here's where start the interesting part. We have to start cloning our repository. We have many options with GitHub directly and GitHub Enterprise. I highly recommend use the URL for your repository to clone your project because it's more easy when you are working in other platforms like GitLab, GitHub, or everything. So you could encode here and place the direction, paste here, and choose the path. I have already all my repositories here, and clone. And it is all. Very easy, no? Okay, if I want to work on my repository, I can open this with Visual Studio to make my changes. And read me, hell, hell to save. Now I am going to see my changes, as you can see. Then, uh, just to add, you have two options to configure your GitLab. I have my configuration to work in Visual Studio with Git Bash. Uh, Git, my main branch is going to be always main because it's my default in other platforms. Friends, I like the dark mode. Notifications, it's what we need. So now we are going to make a push to save our chances. Okay. Now what we are going to do is make a commit and then update this to our remote repository. This one. Okay. As you can see, we already have has made two changes. And remember, every time you want to make only a update to the remote repository or to local repository, you have the option to mark or unmark the option to save this one where you want, in your main or local repository or remote. So let's make a commit. Mm, to I add a description. It's a good manner, so let's do it. I made 202. Okay, make to me. I have the option to push. So here it is. fetch to origin, refreshing, and there it is. Let's check it out. Hello too. As you can see, it's very easy to work with GitHub Desktop. Something that I didn't explain is that you have to tell to you GitHub Desktop where is the remote repository. So be sure you have made the changes. And also, to finish the explanation, you can create a new branch to work with other friends. And this moment, I am going to do a branch 2. I create my new branch. There it is. I can add everything open with Visual Studio, Show Explorer, open to GitHub. So this is why we work with GitHub. It's very easy and it's just a point where you work with others and focus only in your task and then you update this to main branch with in this case will be a developer or production. I think you are going, no, you think you are going in developer. Production is where you are focused to just add topics on in very no hard recommended. I really don't recommend this, but three don't make the hot changes in production because it's very complicated. So it's very easy. Yeah, I can recommend to work this, but also you should learn more GitHub in Git Bash because it let you learn to do more things in the future. Okay, in last, I'm going to talk about the most important about work with repositories. Why we are working with repositories? I haven't explained this in another video, but I'm going to explain very fast. We want to have a record about what is happening with our project. Think that you are writing a book. So you are with chapter one, with a range of ideas, and working in this thinking, okay, it's going well, but do you know, I feel that it's not going where I like. So I am going to back for what did the last week. So in this case, I need a log about the change I have made. Yeah, advance I have and the advance I have done. So you can click in view change and then you are going to see all the changes you have done in the history of the from your project. Okay. Oh, do you know what? I think I should back to the time when I made this change. So where is it? I can go to this point. And I have all the options here to back to this point, or just check what have I been doing in this moment. For example, if I want to back to the very first point from my project, I can change to this, and I'm going to create a new change here in my main range. Oh, well, in this case, I shall be in main. Okay, in this range. And I am going to back to the changes. So let's revert. Yeah, I have something pending, but it's the main either. So I am the main, yes. So it's the way we work with GitHub. And it's everything we have to do. We have the log, we can create a repository, and we can clonate a repository from remote and push to or branch or main. So I hope you have enjoyed this and good luck. See you next